Hello friends, today I am going to explain about hospital formulary system. Objectives: on completion of this period, you would be able to know about detailed study of hospital formulary system, guidelines, preparation of formulary, entry or deletion of drugs in formulary, prescription writing. Such books for their use within the hospitals are known as hospital formulary. Name the committee taking care of the drugs used in a hospital. The system known as hospital formulary system, which maintains its own formulary with continuous revised completion of selected and emergency preparations by a hospital. Hospital formulary system. The hospital formulary is a private property of the individual hospital. It is a printed or written document containing the complication of pharmaceuticals which reflects the current clinical judgment of the medical staff of the hospital. The modern hospital formulary is not a mere list of some selected drugs. It helps to outline the scientific data on including its toxicity, untoward side effect and the beneficial effects. The hospital formulary system is a method whereby the medical staff to the hospital working through the pharmacy and therapeutic committee evaluates, appraises and selects from among numerous available medical agents and dosage forms that are considered most useful for the patient care in the hospital. The concept of hospital formulary is accepted, followed and implemented in all the hospitals in developed countries. Today, a large number of hospitals in India have their own formularies. As the hospital formulary can provide a rational drug therapy, many hospitals, in the interests of better patient care, are the are in the process of introducing the hospital formulary. The hospital formulary is continuous revised compilation of selected preparations by a hospital, reflects the current clinical judgment of the medical staff. At its most basic level, a formulary is a list of medicines. Traditionally, a formulary contained a collection of formulas for the compounding and testing of medication. A resource closer to what would be referred to as a pharmacopoeia today. Today, the main function of a prescription formulary is to specify particular medications that are approved to be prescribed at a particular hospital in a particular health system or under a particular health insurance policy. The development of prescription formularies is based on evaluations of efficacy, safety, and cost effectiveness of drugs. Depending on the individual formulary, it may also contain additional clinical information such as side effects, contraindications, and doses. By the turn of the millennium, 156 countries had national or provincial essential medicines lists and 135 countries had national treatments. The hospital formulary system is a method where medical staff with PTC selects and evaluates medical agents which are most useful in the patient care, provides information for procuring, prescribing, dispensing, and administration of drugs under non-proprietary, generic or proprietary branded names. A national formulary contains a list of medicines that are approved for prescription throughout the country, indicating which products are interchangeable. It includes key information to the composition, description, selection, prescribing, dispensing, and administration of medicines. Those drugs considered less suitable for prescribing are clearly identified. Hospital formulary system is not favored because it restricts the physicians to prescribe any drug of his choice, permits pharmacists act as sole judge, purchase of inferior quality of drugs in absence of pharmacists, does not reduce the cost of drugs to the patient. Reasons for the disfavor of hospital formulary system. The hospital formulary system deprives the physician to prescribe and obtain the brand of his choice. This system does not reduce the cost of drugs to the patient because most institutions purchase large volume of drugs at reduced rates, concessional, discount, or any scheme, but do not pass on to the patient any reduction in their cost. The system allows for the purchase of inferior quality drugs, especially in institutions where there is no staff pharmacist. The system at many times permits the pharmacist to act as the sole judge of which brand of drug is to be purchased and dispensed. In an institution with an active and well-formed P&T committee, the above reasons will disappear. The committee will select the drugs at most economic cost both of the hospital as well as to the patient. Guidelines for hospital formulary system. Hospital PTC has a representative of medical and pharmaceutical staff. PTC recommends certain drugs to make the formulary with medical staff opinion. The process is subject to administrative approval. Physicians have the freedom to prescribe by brand names. Pharmacists has to obey physicians' prescription where there is no formulary. Guidelines for hospital formulary system. The governing body of the hospital shall appoint two pharmacy and therapeutics committee composed of physicians and pharmacists which will prepare the hospital formulary system. The medical staff in the governing body shall sponsor and outline the purposes, organization, functions, and scope of the hospital formulary system. It should adopt the principle as per the need of the particular hospital. The pharmacy and therapeutics committee shall develop policies and procedures governing the hospital formulary, and the medical staff shall adopt these policies and procedures subject to administrative approval. The policies and procedures shall afford guidance in the appraisal, selection, procurement, storage, distribution, use safety procedures, and other matters relating to drugs in the hospital and shall be published in the hospital's formulary or other media available to the members of the medical staff. To ensure the maintenance of the responsibility and prerogative of the physicians in the exercise of his professional judgment. The hospital formulary system shall not contain any policies or procedures which provide for consent by the physician to the dispensing of non-proprietary drug or a proprietary brand different from the brand which he has prescribed. However, it shall be within his description at the time of prescribing to approve or disapprove the dispensing of a non-proprietary drug or the dispensing of a different brand. Nursing staff should be informed about the operation of formulary. Substitution of drug should be avoided. Working changes of formulary must communicated to medical staff. Provide flexibility for investigational drugs. PTC guides the pharmacist regarding purchase. The medical staff shall adopt the policy formula and procedure for including drugs in the formulary by their non-proprietary names, even though proprietary names continue to ban use in the hospital. He may be encouraged to prescribe drug under their non-proprietary names, although the nomenclature used is entirely a matter of individual medical practitioners' discretion. In the absence of written policies approved by the medical staff related to the operation of the hospital formulary system and authorization from the prescribing physician, the pharmacist shall dispense the brand prescribed, bearing in mind his professional prerogative to confer with the physician if the prescribed brand is not available. The hospital shall make it certain that the nursing personnel are uniformed is writing. Though its system of news of communication that there exists the formulary system in the hospital and the procedures governing its operation. In the formulation of policy and procedures, the terms substitute or substitution should be avoided, since these terms have been used to imply the unauthorized dispensing of an entirely different drugs, and neither of which takes place under a properly operated hospital formulary system. It shall be made known to the medical staff about the changes in the working of the hospital formulary system or in the content of the hospital formulary. Provision shall be made for the appraisal of the members of the medical staff for the use of drugs not included in the formulary or the investigational drugs. The pharmacist, with the advice and guidance of the Pharmacy and Therapeutics Committee, shall ascertain the quantity and source of supply of all drugs, chemicals, biologicals and pharmaceuticals preparations used for the diagnosis and treatment of patients. It should be assured that quality is not compromised for economic considerations. The labeling of drugs and medicine containers with non-proprietary name of the contents always should be proper. The use of proprietary name other than that describing the actual contents is not correct and proper if it is used in a manner that can be taken as description of the contents. Legal significance of the formulary system. A written and signed prescription or a written medication order in the doctor's order book constitutes only the legal permit to dispense or administer a legal prescription drug. If the physician writes a chemical name in the prescription or a medication order uses a generic or chemical name for the desired preparation such as tablets of acetyl salicylic acid. The pharmacist has a legal right to dispense the brand which in his professional judgment meets the therapeutic needs with in the instance cited before dispense and supply such product as Aspro or tablets of aspirin of any licensed manufacturer, and there will not arise any legal problems irrespective of manufacturer, and there will not arise any legal problem irrespective of whether the hospital has adopted a formulary system or not. The problem usually arises when the hospital has in effect a formulary system, yet the prescriber continues to use a proprietary name for the drug desired. In many instances, the prescriber may be aware of the fact that the hospital is operating under the formulary system, but by force of habits writes the brand named drugs. Under these circumstances, even if the prescriber had a prescription is a legal permit to dispense a drug when the prescriber writes the generic or chemical name. The pharmacist may dispense a brand that is very close it to example aspirin. To overcome legal heatage, generic e- equivalents are permitted, dispensed in accordance with the hospital formulary system, where drugs are printed on prescription. Equivalence can be indicated by ticking yes or no box. In order to avoid such situation, some hospitals have devised a number of ways of obtaining the prescriber's consent to the hospital formulary system for dispensing. One of the common methods would be to use a suitably worded imprint on the prescription form. Examples of such wording could be generic equivalent permitted or dispensed in accordance with the hospital formulary system. Any physician who does not desire to prescribe generic equivalent may obtain the selected brand merely by drawing line through the permissive statement. In some hospitals, the consent statement is often followed by a rectangular box with a yes or no statement, thereby giving the physician an option each time he prescribes. Though both the methods could be considered as suitable, it is felt that the former method takes positive permissive approach and places the responsibility upon the physician of giving notice to the pharmacist of the deviation from accepted policy. The second method of obtaining previous medical consent to the operation of a hospital formulary system is to incorporate the medical staff by the law or in the rules and regulations in the basic policy and procedure governing its use. By this method, as and when physician accepts appointment or reappointment, he accepts the formulary system. It would be preferable and in fact advisable that the by law or rules and regulations be executed in writing. Members of the internees and the residential staff who normally may not be signing the document to avoid by the rules and regulation of the medical staff should be requested to execute separately the arrangement and sign their consent of abiding by the rules and regulation about following the policies, as this method is a modification of the blanket prior consent policy. It should be used with caution. The third method of obtaining prior medical consent to the operation of a hospital formulary system is to express the policy and procedures governing the formulary system in a separate set of papers and request all physicians to agree the system and sign the document. Objections are raised against the second method on the ground that they restrict or abridge the professional prerogative of the clinician. This argument is no longer valid anywhere, as a number of hospitals in India have already complied their own formularies. Central government and some state governments like Gujarat have organized a central purchasing organizations of drugs and other requirements for supplying to the attending hospitals in that states. In view of the facts, in country like our, where multinational drugs companies operate together with the indigenous industries whose tendency by and large is to produce their own formulations of the same basic drugs under the proprietary names and or under generic names. With the same basic drugs, under these conditions, large hospitals should organize their own formulary system in order not to maintain unnecessarily large inventory of pharmaceuticals to center to the larger number of physicians with their own preferences of brands. Of course, it would be necessary for the hospitals to provide for a fair and reasonable number of formulations, so as provide a reasonable amount of latitude of choice for the physicians to choose under normal conditions of prescribing for the majority of the attending patients. There should naturally be scope for choosing particular brand for a product for which the physicians may be requested to record their considerations for choosing a particular brand, which may also be costlier. Commonly held option of some lawyers in the USA is that whenever a physician accepts an appointment to a hospital staff, especially a visiting honorary physician, surgeon, etc. He commonly yields to the medical staff as a whole as far as the practice is that hospital is concerned. Certain professional decisions which he is otherwise free to make for himself. It should be clear that if physician does not conform to all the rules of the particular hospital, he is free to take his patient elsewhere and practice as he chooses, however, so long as he admits to and treats patient in the hospital. He may not discharge and willfully circumvent the accepted by law for the staff or the institutes. Preparation of the formulary. Preparation of a hospital formulary is a principal responsibility of the Pharmacy and Therapeutics Committee. However, it also rests primarily on the chief pharmacist, superintendent of pharmacy services, etc. Whatever may be the designation and is desirable from practical point of view, the committee is free to make necessary decisions regarding the materials to be included in the formulary, and the pharmacist undertakes the production of the formulary for any hospital is the formation of a contemplative Pharmacy and Therapeutics Committee. Once this committee is formed, it must take the suitable steps in the preparation of the formulary that are necessary. It will decide as to what type of publication will be the most suitable for the hospital's need. Whether 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 it will be a hospital's own formulary or a simple list of drugs or a catalog or a purchased formulary services. For example, list of drugs or a catalog or a purchased formulary services. For example, National Formulary of India or the formulary compiled by the Gujarat State Central Medicines Purchasing Directorate, Ahmedabad, etc. Irrespective of the decision arrived at in respect of above, it will be necessary to formulate a series of rules or guidelines which the committee utilizes to evaluate drugs for admission to the formulary or the list of drugs. Decisions which the PTC is accepted to take. Having own formulary for entry of certain drugs in hospital formulary, certain rules are framed. Contains other than drugs included in formulary are also to be decided: prescription writing, use of drugs, diagnostic or pathological reagents, toxicology section, posology section, other useful tablets or data, format of formulary, size, loose leaf or bond, printed or cyclostyled, indexing, etc. Formulary versus drug list catalog. Formulary consists of a listing of therapeutic agents by generic names, followed by information or strength from posology, toxicology, use and quantity to be dispensed. A drug list consists of listing of therapeutic agents by generic names, followed by data on strength but not additional information. Therefore, formulary is more informative. Entry or deletion of drugs in formulary. It is difficult to admit the drug because the members alone are not competent to evaluate therapeutic efficacy of every drug. The committee is free to invite specialists to attend meetings to evaluate the preparations. Criteria followed for addition or deletion of drugs. A specialist have to consider the drug to be of proven clinical value. It must be recognized by pharmacopoeias and formularies. The manufacturer must be licensed under drugs and cosmetic rules. Criteria followed: no preparation of secret composition will be considered to the formulary. No product of multiple ingredients shall be admitted if the same therapeutic effect can be achieved by the use of single drug. Content of hospital formulary. Prescription writing is an asset to young doctors. Covers parts of prescription. Use of metric system. List of accepted abbreviations. Essential of narcotic prescription. Prescription writing must be written clearly, correctly, and contains name and address of the patient, date, prescribed drug is written in term of formulary description, strength of the medication in metric system, total amount to be dispensed, instructions to the patient should be clear. Repeat instructions are clearly written. Narcotic prescription contain patient's age, should be signed by prescriber. Other data: normal lab values, weights and measures, percentage calculation, mile equipment equivalent and doses, reagents in common use, approved by the PTC. Published copy of formulary sent to drug authorities, Director General of Health Service, Government of India, Pharmacy Council of India and some leading hospitals. The format, size of formulary should be easily portable, loose leaf format, easy to update, bound volumes, hard bound or plastic or leather bound, printed or cyclostyled. Better aesthetic value, attractive, easy to read. Indexing and category assignment for easy access to location by the user. The end of the next text in alphabetical by generic drugs. Further indexing of sections and each section has a divider. Subdivisions of sections are on the pattern for ready reference. Ear, eye, nose, rectal, throat, vaginal, skin, nutritional aids, oral products, injectable. Selection of text, name of the generic drug and its formula, its alternative name, actions and uses, doses, regimen, side effects, precautions and contraindications, treatment of its toxic effects, dosage forms, advice for patients. Summary. In this class, I explained about detailed study of hospital formulary system, guidelines, preparation of formulary, entry or deletion of drugs in formulary, prescription writing, etc. Thank you very much. Have a nice day.